Okay, we're going to talk about fool's gold. This is when your opponent sacks on G6 or G3. Here we go. This is a game between the 2200 player and myself. I got the black pieces, as you will see. You can tell from the Honeybadger. Just getting into the Honeybadger system. Now, whenever you see your opponent line that queen and bishop up like that, you know he's thinking about that sacrifice because it looks good. You get 2 pawns, you gain a tempo on the king. The king has nowhere to go. He has to come out, and the knight is coming in, and it looks like, hey, that's a great move. But it's really not. It's a horrible move. Now watch what happens. And I would suggest anytime you see your opponent do something like this, you make a quiet move. I probably did something quiet. You see that move I made? That's the move I played in the game. Why did I make that move? Just a quiet, nothing move. I didn't want to distract him. I wanted to let him think everything was okay, so he would do and sack the piece. So he moves his piece in a little more. I make another quiet move. Boom, and he sacks his pawn. Now watch what happens. I played this over and over again. King moves over. This knight, you got this knight controlling this square. Oops, this knight controlling the square. You got that knight controlling the square. You got my queen and my bishop battery coming in here. Queen, where does the queen go? Queen's going to try to escape here. Then the knight goes here. Queen is sitting here. As you'll see, watch as it plays out. Knight comes in, boom. Bishop hits the queen. Queen jumps there, knight jumps up. Queen comes down. Boom. Notice the queen protects the bishop protects the knight and the bishop also protects the rook. Queen has nowhere to go, so she ducks back behind the rook. Oops, excuse me. Takes. And at this point, it's over. The game, I mean, it's not over. You got to fight the cheese. You're going to have to win the game, you know, especially if you're playing a bullet game. You're still going to have to win if somebody's not going to resign. And most aren't, especially if they're higher rated than you. They're not going to resign. So you're going to have to fight the cheese. But there you go. Let's go back to position. Now, after I make this move, a lot of times they won't even, they'll do this first. They'll just from here, sack here, sidestep over. The king protects here. The knight protects this square here, so there's no checks along this file. So what they usually do, they're going to bring the knight in here, not realizing that once again, this knight and this knight both hold this square. And in one move, if I need to, this knight can go to here. I mean, this bishop can go to there or there. And once again, protect the square. So when the knight jumps in here, you hit him with this. Boom. Now what? There's no mate there. It's protected twice. At this point, he can't even back. He can't disappear this way. The only way he can go, the only way he can save his queen at this point, well, there's a couple of ways. He can go here. Well, what they usually do, a lot of times, they'll check here. Oh, wow, it's even worse here because the knight's there. The bishop in this position. Usually that bishop's not there, and you can drop the queen back to there and save the queen that way. But you saw in the game, he'll take this way. If they ever take this pawn here, always understand that you can always move this here. Even if there's a pawn sitting here attacking this here, you still want to move this bishop here because you trapped the queen. You trapped the queen. And then you'll either just go ahead and completely give up the queen, or they'll move the knight here. Either way, as you can see, the game is lost. Wherever this bishop might be, a lot of times the bishop is back here, but it doesn't matter. Whenever they set up this queen bishop battery threatening to sack on G6, understand that that's a good thing for you. And if I was you, once again, my recommendation in this position, next move in this position, I would make 100% of the time would be to do this. Because I know in this position, if he sacks this piece here, okay, he sacked one piece for 2 pawns here, jumps the knight in here. Now, he stacked one piece for 3 pawns, but now this. and the game is over. I mean, he can give up his queen and you got to win. But like I said, I hate to keep running it in, but understanding if they ever sack in that position, that's a good thing for you. Now, let me show you the one time it's not a good thing. The one time it's not a good thing is when you find yourself this type of position. This is a very important move here. Here, here. And move makes a huge difference. Here, here, here. I kind of lost. It doesn't really matter. Here, 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 here. Something like, I don't know. Let's even say the position is like this. Here and here. Okay. Now, in this position, it's a little different because he has the ability to open his file after the sack. Here, 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 here. And now not knight here. Where was knight here? Here. This type of position. And now that's a problem. Now this becomes a problem. You're not necessarily lost here. It's just that you're not absolutely winning this position. You're going to have to play. He's got some opportunities here. If he can ever get this file open, if you're not careful, you know, you can wind up losing if you're not careful. He can rack the queen up. He brings the knight in. He's coming in here. He wants to open his file one way or the other, get the rook involved. Other knight comes in. So it's a dangerous position. It's not a lost position, but it is a dangerous position. So you got to be careful about that. So that's the one time I would say if he's moved his pawn up, if this pawn is up and he's threatening the sack there, you've got to give it a little bit of attention. Okay, that's it. That was Fool's Gold. Next one will be coming out soon. I hope you enjoyed it.